Welcome to our exploration of the fascinating philosophical tale, Hay ibn Yaqzan, written by the 12th century Andalusian philosopher Ibn Tufayl. Our story begins on a remote, uninhabited equatorial island near India. Nearby is a larger, populated island ruled by a possessive king. The king's sister secretly marries a man named Yaqzan, meaning wide awake. They have a son named Hay, meaning alive. Fearing the king's wrath, the mother sets her baby adrift on a raft. The infant Hay arrives on the smaller island, where a doe discovers and raises him. Hay learns to walk it too, and imitates the deer around him. Ibn Tufayl describes Hay's development in 7 stages, each lasting 7 years. Let's explore these stages. In the first stage, Hay is entirely dependent on the doe. He lacks self-awareness, but begins to notice his differences from other animals. The second stage sees Hay developing independence. He creates clothing and weapons, setting himself apart from the animals. In his teenage years, Hay's reasoning becomes more sophisticated. He questions life and death, discovering what Aristotle called the soul. By this time, it was plain to him that each animal, although many in respect of its parts, its various senses and types of motion, was nonetheless one in terms of that spirit which stems from a single fixed place and diffuses from there to all the organs. At 21, Hay's understanding of the natural world expands. He contemplates philosophical questions about life. The 5th stage sees Hay using reason to explore the physical world and contemplate God's existence. He saw that if he assumed that the universe had come to be in time, ex nihilo, then the necessary consequence would be that it could not have come into existence by itself, but must have had a maker to give it being. At 35, Hay realizes the importance of emotions in seeking wisdom. He develops a love for God, moving beyond purely rational approaches. He would stay in a cave, sitting on the stone floor, head bent, eyes shut, oblivious to all objects of the senses and urges of the body. His thoughts and all his devotion focused on the being whose existence is necessity, alone and without rival. The final stage represents Hay's transition to direct experience of God, a mystical journey known as Kashf in Sufi traditions. Those who merely think and have not reached the level of love are like the blind. At 50, Hay's solitude is interrupted by Absol, a visitor from another island. Despite their differences, they recognize their shared belief in God. Ibn Tufayl's tale is a powerful allegory for human potential. It suggests that the human mind, even in isolation, can progress toward understanding ultimate reality. However, this view implies that not everyone may have the capacity to grasp these truths solely through their own faculties.